Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is 06HW1 Combined Like Terms. We're going to go through a couple problems here on the homework, and your job is to complete all the rest of them. And also submit all the answers to every single one of the problems. Don't forget to show all your work on a separate sheet of paper so you could turn that in, so you could catch any mistakes that you might be making. Alright, for the first problem, we have 3v minus v equals 8. This is problem number 1 on the homework. Now, combine like terms. Things that are alike can be combined. Notice here 3v and this minus 1v. Both of these terms have a v to the same power, so we can combine them. They're also both on the left-hand side of the equal sign, which both those conditions means we can combine these like terms. So we have a positive 3v minus 1v gets us 2v, like 3 apples minus 1 apple gets us 2 apples. We carry down our equal sign, we carry down the 8. Then it's just solving using inverse operations to get v all by itself. This is 2 times v equals 8. So the opposite of times 2 is divide by 2. We do that to both sides of the equal sign. Times 2 and divide by 2, they cancel out. So you have just a v. 8 divided by 2 gets us 4. So our answer is v equals 4, which is option A for problem number 1 in our multiple choice. Next, we'll do problem number 2. Alright, this is problem number 2. We have 1 minus 5b plus 5 equals 16. Our goal is to combine our like terms and solve for the variable b in problem number 2. So what we need to do first is identify our like terms. Terms that are alike have either the same letter, or same symbol, or same variable, or they could be just constants themselves. We have a positive 1 and a positive 5. They're both constants. We can combine those like terms. So you have minus 5b. The 1 plus the 5 gets us a positive 6. And we carry down our equal sign and carry down the 16. That's combined like terms. CLT. This is our given. Now, it's just inverse operations, doing those two-step equations. So, our inverse operation of positive 6 is subtract 6. So you have minus 5b equals 10. This is negative 5 times b, so we divide by negative 5 to both sides. We get b equals positive 10 divided by negative 5 gets us negative 2. And if we're going here on our steps on the side, we subtracted 6 from both sides. I'm going to abbreviate from both sides of the equation. Then I rewrote it, make it nice and pretty, so I rewrite it. Then I divide by 5 to both sides, to both sides of the equal sign, and then we have our solution. And that's the answer to problem number 2 here. b equals negative 2, which our answer is B, for as the multiple choice. Next up, we'll do problem number 5. Alright, here's problem number 5 here. Our goal is to combine like terms and solve for x. So we have a negative 8x minus 6 minus 5x equals negative 19. So we have to ask ourselves which ones are the like terms. Well, we have negative 8x to the first power and negative 5x to the first power. Both of these terms have an x to the first power in it, so we can combine them. So negative 8x minus 5x, well, negative 8 minus 5 gets us negative 13. And they both have an x, so it's negative 13x to the first power. This negative 6, there's nothing else it could be combined with on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So we just bring that down. Bring down the equal sign, bring down the negative 19. Now, with this negative 6, we can move that negative 6 to the other side of the equal sign. So we add 6 to both sides using those inverse operations. We have negative 13x equals negative 13. And then we divide both sides by negative 13. So we have x equals positive 1. So just to go over the steps, here on the right hand side, our problem that's given to us, we just write given. What we did in the next step was combine like terms. CLT is the abbreviation. We add 6 to both sides of the equation, so add 6 to both sides of the equation. Then I rewritten, make it nice and pretty. And then divide by negative 13 to both sides of the equal sign. And then we have the solution. And that's problem number 5, step by step. And the answer to that, as far as the multiple choice, is B, 1. Next up, we'll do problem number 6. Alright, here's problem number 6. We're going to combine like terms, solve for x, and get the job done. So we have negative 3x plus 7 minus 4x equals 21. Now we have to consider the left-hand side of the equal sign. And we're going to combine all the like terms. So negative 3x to the first power has a like term of negative 4x to the first power. They both have x to the first power. So negative 3x minus 4x gets us negative 7x to the first power. This positive 7, it cannot be combined with anything else on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So we carry down the positive 7 equals 21. Then we use inverse operations. Subtract 7 from both sides of the equation. Notice how I put the 7 underneath the 21 because they become like terms after it's been moved over. And we can combine them. So it'll be minus 7x equals 14. And this is a negative 7 times x, so it's a divide by negative 7 to both sides of the equation. And we're going to get an x equals negative 2 for problem number 6. Is our answer, which is B. We'll go through it step by step one more time. This top line is given. We then combine like terms. We then subtracted 7 from both sides of the equation. Then we just simplified, which is really a combine like terms here on the side, so I'll even write CLT right next to that too. It's technically combined like terms. Then we divide by negative 7 on both sides. So divide by negative 7 to both sides of the equation. And then we have our solution. And that's the problem number 6. Last problem we're going to do is problem number 8. Alright, this is problem number 8. We're going to combine our like terms and solve for x here. So what we're given, this problem we're given 8n plus 2 equals negative 12. Now combine like terms also involves constants because they are like terms. So plus 2 and plus 2 can be combined to plus 4. Carry down our equals negative 12. Carry down our 8n. So we combine like terms in that step. We then did inverse operations here. Subtract 4 from both sides. So 8n equals negative 16. Really simplified, which is really just combine like terms on the right hand side, or subtracted 4 from both sides. So we're going to write subtract by 4 to both sides of the equation. Then we simplified by combine like terms on the right hand side. Then we divide by 8 to both sides, and we get n equals negative 2. So divide by 8, and below is our solution. N equals negative 2, which happens to be C. in the multiple choice. Now it's your job to do all the other problems. Try to match up the other problems with the problems you see on the video, and watch the video, that section or that problem again in the video. That'll guide you along. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to come see me during extra help, or ask a little bit during class if we have time. Alright, have a good night now.